Evening all. Cheers, by the way. Everyone likes a good cup of tea. Right, today I've been listening to the news and listening to the fact that the Tories and Labour are going to do wonderful things for business. This is a letter on the front of the newspaper that is signed by lots of different businesses in the UK, saying that they support the Tories because they're going to lower corporation tax, which is going to help to generate more employment. And then you've got Labour saying that they're going to try and do away with 0-hour contracts, but it's all a bit of nonsense, really, because both parties are referring to so-called small businesses and medium-sized businesses, but yet again the Tories and the Labour Party seem to forget totally about the micro business. The micro business is always the one that gets overlooked. I run a small business which employs people, and every single time there's an election, nobody mentions the micro business. There's lots of micro businesses like mine that go out and pump a lot of money into the economy. I pump money into the economy by going round to my suppliers, buying products from different places, and I run my business on very few staff. There's only me at the moment and one other member of staff. Last year I had 2 members of staff, but now we're down to me and 1 staff member, so that's 2 of us. Yet my business generates a lot of money. I have to pay that member of staff. I contribute to the local economy, and I don't get any support off of any party when it comes to running my business. Now there's lots of people like me in the country, plumbers, electricians, small shop owners, all running their tiny micro businesses that in turn generate employment and wages for other people, which in turn again go out and spend money in small, what the government refers to as small businesses, and then they in turn go out and spend their money in medium to large businesses. I work hard to generate my income, and I work hard to make sure that the staff member I've got gets their money every month so they can pay their mortgage and pay their bills. And sometimes I feel like I'm just going to work to pay somebody else's bills, just going to work to pay into the economy, just going to work to pay my taxes, because I'm the kind of business that Labour or the Tories haven't bothered to think about, haven't bothered to even consider, because they want to give tax breaks to big businesses so they don't pay corporation tax. And Ed wants to woo the working man by saying, oh, if you vote us into power, we'll make sure that you don't get the minimum wage, we'll make sure you get a living wage. Now that's all well and good, Ed, saying that, but if I have to have that pressure of upping my staff wage bill without any help from you, there's a good likelihood that I would probably have to say, well, I need to reassess or reevaluate my staff situation and either cut back on hours or even lose a member of staff, which is not something that I would really want to do. And David Cameron can sit there and say, oh, we're going to give tax relief to medium to large businesses by lowering corporation tax. That isn't going to help me. I don't pay corporation tax. All that's going to do is help the businesses above me that are either small to medium range businesses be able to put more pressure onto me, because they can lower their overheads and squeeze the micro businesses even harder, to a point where the micro businesses will just think, well, I'll give up being in business. Nobody seems to listen to the micro businesses, and the micro businesses are the backbone of this country. Your little corner shop that you go to every night, your local petrol station, your local baker, your local fishmongers, your local butchers, your small brewery, all these like one-man band operations that don't employ hundreds of staff or even tens of staff, but there's so many of them that their money flows into the economy, which helps to support the small to medium size and even the large size businesses. Large size businesses like Tesco's, for instance, they don't need breaks on corporation tax. They need to be made to buck up their ideas. They need to be made to pay into the system. They need to be made to employ people on proper contracts, not 0-hour contracts. They need to contribute more, instead of leaving it all to the micro business to do the lion's share. And it's always the micro business as well that the authorities come down on really hard on. If you mess things up, you'll have local officials coming round giving you a hard time, giving you lots of grief. I work in the catering industry, and I have people like environmental health just show up, rock up on my doorstep without any notice. They'll just come in and they'll look at my business and they'll assess me, and they'll say, right, you've got to do this, this and this and this and this. And for a small business, some of the things they ask me to do are ridiculous, and this is all because of European legislation. And yet, when it's on the other foot, when you go around to a big supermarket and you ask the staff there, oh, what happens when environmental health come? They get a letter maybe a month or so beforehand to give them a bit of a warning, to say, oh, you know, we're coming round to give you your environmental health inspection soon on between such and such a date. Is that really fair to treat businesses so differently, to have government departments almost giving a bit of a flag up and going, oh well, you know, we're coming to do your inspection soon? It's not a level playing field as it is for the micro businesses. So let's sort that out, guys. Let's not talk about what you think you're going to do. That's exactly why I'm not voting for either of you two parties, because you have no idea what ordinary people go through. And this is why I keep making my videos, because I want people out there to understand that I'm voting UKIP not because I'm some kind of right-wing lunatic. I'm voting UKIP because I've had enough of Labour's lies. I've had enough of the Tories' lies. I want something different, and that's why I'm voting for UKIP. And I hope that other people out there are going to do the same. All I can do is make my little videos, try and make my points as clearly and concisely as possible. Hope that somebody listens to my ramblings and thinks, actually, that guy's talking a lot of sense. Actually, I want to vote for the party that he's voting for. And I hope that happens. So, you know, all you out there in video, YouTube land, or wherever you are watching this on Facebook, Twitter, wherever you're going to watch this highly well presented Channel 4 documentary. No, I'm joking. I know it's just some rubbish video that I'm making, but I feel passionate about it, and that's why I'm making it. because I want you to vote UKIP. I want you people at home to sit there and say, oh, this is an ordinary guy. This is not some, big posh guy from some privileged background. This is the guy that works, gets off his arse every morning, goes to work and does his bit, and now he's come home making a video and asking us to say, look, UKIP's not such a bad thing, vote UKIP. So that's what I'm doing. So, when it comes to that day in a few weeks' time, go into that box, you've got your choice, Tory, Labour. And if you want the same old thing, and you want the same nonsense as we've had year in, year out, from when I can remember from being a small child, nothing's changed. I'm going to be 50 this year. Now's your chance to do something about it. I'm not saying that UKIP have got all the answers, and I'm not saying that there aren't a few idiots in UKIP, because there are. But do you know what? For a party that's only been going for 20 odd years, they're doing pretty well. So, give them a chance. That's all I can say.